Hey guys. Hey, welcome to my channel. So today I do have a guest, and my guest is Judy in Norway. I was in her channel last time. So we're going to be discussing about relocation settlement and interracial relationship, how to overcome stress abroad, and many others. So key in. And let's get her in. How have you been though? How have you been? I hope you've been great. If you can see me, actually, I'm using a new tool. Surprisingly, I can stream from YouTube and um, and from Facebook at the same time, which is fantastic. Actually, I can stream from both sides, so I don't have to copy a video and post it to the other side. So if you're on Facebook and you're watching, just say hi. I hope that I will be able to see your chats. I will be able to see whoever chats me. I don't think I'll be able to. I will answer your chats after the video, pretty much. So let's take a look. I see that somebody is already there. One person is already there. I'm learning this new tool to see how it works and how things will go. So let's welcome Judy, and we will be talking about, as I said, relocation and settlement, social life and building connections, general adjustment to the emotional reconnection in when you're abroad. So yes, that those will be the discussions for today. Let's see. Okay, I will need to see if she is here. I'm gonna send her a though. How have you been? I see. How have you been? It would be nice to know how you've been doing. It's been a long week. It's been a long week. Let me take a look on some. Yeah, I'm waiting for Judy to come on board, and we will be on this together with her. She's my guest today, and I'm excited. Actually, it's really interesting that I can see. Let me see. Okay. Mm, she's having difficulties. Last time we had a little bit of a problem with joining the live, but I hope that this one will work. This system will work today. It will not be a big problem. Okay. Okay. Sorry, guys. Judy's having difficulties to join my live, and it should have been straightforward. I'm not sure why. Hmm. Anyway, so um, as I was saying, in regards to relocation and settlement, sometimes it can be very difficult if you're going to a new place and trying to get yourself into the system, integrated, and to find things that works for you. Um, Guys, sorry, I'm still waiting for Judy to come in. It's very strange. Last time we had similar case of her not being able to, me not being able to have the live together. And no, a week before that, yeah. But last week we managed to get it. This should have been a very straightforward system. Uh, I think this should have been a straightforward system. But I love the idea that you can stream directly from Facebook and YouTube at the same time without difficulties, without having to copy. Uh-huh. Yes, yep. Uh, if you're there, just say hi. Whoever is available, just say hi. So I know that I have people watching. It's quite incredible. I'm using Restream as a software. It's actually really, really good if you have multiple platforms. It's really handy. Oh, Lord. Okay. So we're having a little bit of an issue to join here, and no idea why. No idea why there is an issue joining the live actually. I'm gonna try and create a new link. I'm gonna see how this works. Okay, so uh, we are trying, and it should not take too long. It should not take too long. I should be able to see her. Let me see, can I get her through this? Da, 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 da. No. Oh Lord, have mercy. Okay. Fine. Yes.
Hi, hi.
Yeah. Hold on. Oh my God, I had my earphones on. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Can you hear me?
It's like I have two backgrounds open. You in the show, everyone can see and hear you. It's written there. Let me see. I can because yeah, I had two of them open, so I have cancelled that one. Now it's okay.
Okay, perfect, perfect,
Yeah.
perfect.
You
So
hear me clearly?
I can hear you perfectly fine.
Okay.
Perfectly
That's
fine.
nice.
Let me hide that one. So, oh wait, you're anyway. It's showing my name there.
Oh, I should have written my name.
It should have
Oh,
been your name, but it's okay. So you can. It's really really nice to have you here today.
yeah.
And I'm trying. This is like a new platform, and it's really really great. So I can stream from YouTube and
Yeah.
Facebook at the same time. And I had an opportunity for you to be able to stream on your platform at the same time, but I was like, now that will be a bit strange for you because it's the first time we're gonna have this tool. So,
Mm-hmm.
guys, Judy's gonna introduce herself since she's
Now
coming to
I
my
got
channel
it.
for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, go ahead.
Hey, hey, I hope you're all there and thank you for being here. I am Judy, Adventures of Judy on YouTube, and I am a Kenyan who lives in Norway. I've been living here in Norway for the last 7 years, and I met Joyce on social media, and we are creating a nice relationship, even though we have not met yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we are all Kenyans all living in Scandinavia.
We're all living in Scandinavia. And today, thank you so much for introducing yourself. Today, we're going to be talking about some few things that we face as people who have migrated from our own country or who
Mhm.
have settled into a new place.
Yeah.
And the first thing that I wanted us to discuss, so it's a relocation and settling in. So, what are the biggest culture differences you can pinpoint comparing Kenya and you've been to Sweden and now Norway.
Yeah. There are so many culture shock. The first thing I moved here in the middle of winter. That is when I moved in Sweden. That was 18th of January. I still
Yeah.
remember. It was
Hmm.
quite cold, so that was my first shock. The
Hmm.
snow. It was my first time seeing the snow.
Hmm.
And then I moved to this country where people are not speaking English, people are
Yeah.
speaking Swedish.
Hmm.
So getting to understand what they were speaking was not easy because they only speak English with you if you speak English to them. But
Absolutely.
they were speaking Swedish. And then my second culture shock, the most thing I saw, maybe I don't know if any of you experienced that or saw that. I thought there were so many people with so much wrinkles on their face.
That one I didn't see that coming. I didn't see that coming.
Because back in Kenya, it's not easy to meet many old people still working. Like, I don't know, people retire so early back in Kenya.
Hmm.
So, but here, when I came to Sweden, I was going to the shops, I was finding these people who look like my grandmother age mate was still working. And I was like, so I don't know if they age so fast or people stay working along. At that moment, it shocked me.
I think it's a good thing that they work until later age.
Mhm.
So it's a good thing. They
Mm,
don't get tired easily quickly. And
mhm.
I think here, what for me, because I lived in Greece before I came to Sweden, I think the Swedish people are quite fit compared to the Greek people.
They're,
In
they're
Greece,
quite.
fit, as in they take care of
Ah,
themselves physically. Yeah,
mm,
that one I think it's compared to Greek people that I saw.
mm.
But for me, the first culture shock in Greece was seeing young ladies smoke in public.
For me, there was no that because in Sweden and Norway, they take this thing called snooze, whatever.
Yeah, snooze. Yeah.
Yeah, so most it's not so easy to find people in Norway or Sweden openly smoking. I
Yeah.
think probably they are trying to stay away from smoking, so it was not. I did not see any of that.
If you go back to Kenya right now, because I was talking to my friend the other day, and I was saying that if I go to Kenya right now, I'll find it difficult to adjust
Mm,
because I've gotten more of a European lifestyle. That
mm.
if I want to go back to Kenya, it will take me time to settle in. Is that the same with you, or
Yeah.
feel it's okay?
Last time I just remember I was in Kenya in February, and let me tell you, I was getting mad all the time. Like
Why?
people so slow.
Oh,
Like we were supposed to be somewhere at 11 o'clock, but people just seated there like nothing is going on. And I'm like, we should leave 1 hour before. No, there is good time. I'm like, no, there is no good time. I want to be there before the time, like 5 minutes before 11 or 10 minutes before 11.
yeah.
People were quite slow and it was irritating me, annoying me.
Hmm.
And also traffic jam. Now living in Norway here, there's no traffic jam. So going back to Kenya and sitting on traffic jam for 1 hour, 2 hours, you will get irritated.
I bet that's why they have those matatus with the nice loud music, so
Probably.
you don't feel like the time has passed, or if you're driving your own car is more difficult than if you're on a public transportation.
And also the drivers, oh my God, if I was telling my mom, I don't think I can drive in Kenya
Mm-hmm.
because the drivers are so loud and they do not follow road regular like
The
signs,
rules,
they
yeah.
rules, they overtake you, they hoot. Here in Norway, it's not easy to for a vehicle to hoot. It's really not easy. It's even written when I was learning theory that you can be charged for just hooting unnecessarily. And you're not allowed to hoot around schools and daycare and elderly homes. You're not allowed to hoot. That is written.
Actually, that is one of the other thing that shocked me when I came to Sweden,
Mm-hmm.
that it's so quiet,
Mm-hmm.
and people have their own time and space and lane.
Mm-hmm.
Greece and Kenya, when it comes to driving, we are almost in the same level.
Okay, so
Yelling,
in
screaming,
Greece they are also like
yes,
girls.
yelling, screaming at each other. It's not as it is in Sweden, where it's quiet and you can actually get to. Hey Julie, hey Julia, hey, thanks so much for watching from Kenya. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so
Maria
much,
or Julia.
Sema.
You have same name as my first daughter.
Oh, she's Julia.
Yeah, Julia, my first daughter is Julia.
Yeah, okay.
Mm.
So the other thing that I wanted us to, the next thing that we will be talking about is social life and building connection. What are the best ways to meet locals and make friends in Norway, for example?
Oh, that is quite challenging to explain. I don't think it will be right for me to talk about this because I live in the countryside. Probably people who live in the cities experience it different from me. But here
Hmm.
in the countryside, there is no social life.
It's the same in Sweden, and
Mm,
I'm in the city, and
okay.
it's so hard to find friends. It's unless
Mm,
somebody has invites you to a social gathering, and that way people tend to trust you. I think it's a
mm,
trust issue that
mm,
Nordic people have. So they
mm.
don't welcome you really quick in the circle. So unless
Exactly.
you know someone who invites you to somewhere, who invites you somewhere. But when it comes to Greece, for example, it's
Mm,
people are outside.
mm,
You meet people in the bar, just one drink, and you start talking to anybody. You're
mm,
not limited to communicating to somebody. People are not afraid of interacting with
mm.
strangers.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, in Norway, people are afraid of each other. People are so calm, extremely calm.
Hmm.
You can, and people like to avoid eye contact so as to avoid the talking. Because
Hmm.
if I don't see you, so you won't say hi to me.
I see. I see.
So people try, even people you've met before, you are in a party with, you have talked to. If
Hmm.
they have decided no today, they just look at the side and straight to where they're going. They avoid contact. And then most Norwegians, they will start a conversation once the alcohol has gotten in the stream.
I
They
see.
get the stamina picks up, and now I've seen it a lot of time. If we go with my husband to a restaurant, we eat and then we order like a red wine, we drink, and now all of a sudden he knows the next table.
Person sitting next to
But they have
him.
not talked since you were there. They one like they never known each other. Now all of a sudden they are talking like they came there together.
I think I've not been in that. Okay, so I haven't been in a drinking environment so much in
Mm,
Sweden because I was here back and forth, and then I
mm,
became pregnant, so I became a home stay home lady. So
mm,
maybe now is when I will experience more of
yeah.
social life in Sweden.
Mm,
I cannot say, but in Greece it's completely the opposite. People are
okay.
out, you go for a drink, it doesn't matter. You even tell someone, yes, I'm married, they will still talk to you. They don't mind. It's all about the time you spend with someone.
Then
Uh,
I think probably it's because of environment, the weather, because most of countries they call Sweden, the south,
mhm.
they have nice weather and people are so friendly, like the Greece, Spain, Italy.
Yeah,
People are more outside, they're talking. But if you come back to Scandinavia,
mhm.
they keep to themselves. I think it's the weather. The weather is not so nice here.
It's
So
not
people
friendly.
tend to stay inside at home most. So by the time they go out, they just used to staying at home. They used to not speaking. So they just want their own space.
Hey, Gabriel, welcome, welcome again. We are here once again. Yes, this is gonna be until because last year you were supposed to come here, but I was going to Halmstad. Remember,
Yeah.
you were coming to Liseberg, and I was going
Yeah, we
to.
were in Gothenburg. Yeah.
So next time it will not be like this. Next time it will be us sitting next to each other,
And
Gabriel. Thank
talking.
you so much. Welcome, by the way. So the next thing we're gonna be looking at is about the general adjustment and emotional well-being. How can someone maintain positive mindset during the transition from, let's say, home to somewhere else? It doesn't matter. Like, how did you manage yourself when you came from Kenya to Sweden, which was your first country?
Mm, one thing I'll advise you if you move to cold countries, start with the vitamin D immediately because if you don't take it quicker, you will notice it. You can go into depression. Everything around you is boring, and you can break down.
Absolutely.
And number two, find a shop where you can buy your food you are brought up with. Because you're still home, you are craving ugali. It takes time to stop cooking ugali like you are at Kenya. Like now, I can go 2 months without eating ugali, and I don't miss it. But when
Mhm.
I came, I wanted to eat ugali. So it
All
takes
the
time.
time.
It's not easy to just stop. Like you have moved here, now you're no longer eating ugali, you're no longer eating fish like that. So find a place where you can at least buy your local food And then another one, go out. Do not isolate yourself inside. Go out and meet people. Even if you don't know people, just go. If there is any function going around, just go. Like, be open minded, say hi to people. And the next one, learn the language. In Europe, apart from the UK, they don't speak English in other countries of Europe. They all have different languages. So if you learn the language, it's gonna make it so easy to interact with the locals. Also, it's going to make it easy for you to start looking for jobs. And while learning the language, you can get close to people at the language school. That is how I made my first friends in Norway,
Mm-hmm.
because we were all new and we needed each other to lean on. So we were talking so much in class. We were always with each other. So I have my four friends who are from Brazil, Moldova,
Mm-hmm.
and Thailand. So
Mm-hmm.
we have been so close friends. We meet all the time. We go out. We talk. Christmas, we have our time. We meet. So it helps us, instead of looking for the local friends, which is we have realized it's difficult. So
Mm-hmm.
we have formed our own friendship that we started from the language class. So do not be close-minded. Talk to people at language school. If you go to parties, you people close to you, just say hi. You can change numbers. Just be open-minded to get to know people, because it does take time before you can say you have friends you can at least once in a while meet with. It gets lonely here.
It does get lonely. And one thing I can add is don't make alcohol your best friend.
No, no, no.
That can kill you. It can drain you. It can drag you to a hole because it's easier to get to become alcoholic,
Yeah.
especially when you don't have people to talk to, family members at home. And I always say, if for you to be able to, until you're completely adjusted to the environment, call home as many times as
Yeah.
you can.
Also, watch YouTube. There's so much going on YouTube. It's free.
Yeah.
Watch Kenya news on YouTube. Watch you people you like on YouTube. YouTube is actually what made me not go into some dark thoughts when I had my firstborn. I
Mm-hmm.
was at home all the time alone. I did not know anybody. I had not started language school. So I would
Mm-hmm.
just click on YouTube. I was watching the Jesus family like they were paying me.
Yeah, the word Jesus can get
Diana
very
Bahati.
lonely.
Oh my God. I was feeling like I was in Nairobi. I was at home in Kenya.
Yeah,
I was watching Citizen, Nation, everything on YouTube. So because transition takes time.
it does.
You still want to know what's going on back at home. So
Hmm.
YouTube is free. Just go in, watch people you like, YouTubers you like. Hmm.
I think it's always good to find a hobby. You
Hmm.
should always find a hobby, something you like to do, and you know that you will do it even with or without energy. You will definitely do it.
Hmm.
So the other thing we can discuss is understanding dating culture. How do locals, especially in Sweden, in Norway, how do locals typically approach dating, casual or serious relationships?
Because me, I found my husband out of Norway. So here in Norway, I think they are mostly on Tinder.
On Tinder?
Yeah,
Okay.
because there was my colleague was talking about it and saying, "Oh, because I think I've never been there, so I don't know how the app works. But if
Hmm.
you are on it and somebody who is on it is also close to you, like it gives you notification." So she
Yeah.
was so worried that somebody who she did not want to know that she's on the app
Yeah.
is now she's being informed about this person, and she was scared. Then
It's
I
not
was saying,
private. It's not so private.
how do people date here? She was saying most people, the young ones meet at college,
Mm.
and the older one meet at dating sites.
Okay. So
Yeah.
it's not more like people go to the bar and you can just see someone you like and approach and and
We
say
don't have
hi.
a bar. We don't have a bar here.
Well, I think those are the things that I miss
Yeah.
about Greece.
Uh,
Greece, I think Greek men are so courageous,
mm,
and the women too. So you get this tendency of, if you like someone, you just
yeah.
approach them and say hi. Can I have your number?
Okay.
And it's not a big deal. A woman or a man, it's open, and you can just approach whoever you like.
So that is more like Kenya, I think.
It's more like Kenya, yes.
Mm,
It's more like Kenya. And a
mm,
lot of people meet in a cafe, places, gathering, or even even in the tram, in the metro. People
mm.
talk to each other. It's like you get in and you say hi. It's not like here where you can get into a metro and someone is afraid of even sitting next to you.
Yeah, same to Norway. The bus is always, even if there are 10 people, one is seated in front, one is seated in the middle. Like people are, they
They're scattered all
they
over.
started having this. I always say in Norway, they have always had avstand.
Hmm.
How do you say avstand in English? Like,
I don't know.
they started having that before Corona or anything. Like, they always have this
Or
big
the
space,
distance.
the
They're
distance.
keeping the
Yeah.
distance.
Yeah,
Okay.
they have always had that even before Corona, so it was not difficult for them in Corona.
I think dating sites is very common all over the place, all over the
Yeah.
world. A lot of people like to do the dating, and especially the people who are afraid of face-to-face meeting, they
Mm,
prefer dating site.
mm,
I would say in Nordic country, whoever is watching, it's not a common thing to meet people face to face and then they approach you. It's
okay.
usually either a dating site or someone introduce you to someone, and then that's how it works.
Yeah, or even at school or
Mhm.
work.
Yeah, and I think the ones that you meet when you're introduced to someone or you meet through a gathering, it's better than a dating site.
Yeah,
Especially nowadays. Tinder is rotten, as in Tinder is completely
I
done.
have never been there. I don't know how it looks like.
Well, I've been on Tinder, and I
Okay,
think I was on Tinder for 1 month, and I deleted it.
okay.
It's it's full of let's say um, psychos, both men and women. It's not only
Mm,
men, but both men and women. They're all psychos
mm,
in Tinder. Yeah,
mm.
that's what I can say. Maybe some people find it useful. Some people have benefit from it, but no, I cannot say about Tinder, for example.
Oh, okay. Mm.
So let's say about what are the common fast date expectations in Norway?
First date expectations.
Yes.
Uh,
Is it
I
like a
think
50-50? Is it like you have to be there on time? Is it like you have to dress in a certain way? Is it like it has to be in a certain settings, or is it doesn't matter? It's like,
I think they do mostly like outside first date,
hmm,
and then women here do not like their bills to be paid, so they like to pay
hmm,
because when we always go to the restaurant, the waitress always asks, "Do you split or one bill?"
huh,
Yeah,
okay,
so that is one thing. I even when I was in Sweden, they were always asking two separate bills or together, and they will look
mm,
at who is answering back, so then they will give it to that person who answer back. If I say together, they will give me the bill. If my husband says together, they will give him the bill. So they always
okay.
ask. So it means like it's something common that people both can be in a restaurant and they're both paying their bills separately.
And this is on a fast date.
Yeah.
Mm.
So that is common here.
I think okay. So this is where I will say that Greece, because I cannot talk about Sweden. I haven't dated in Sweden. I had my partner through someone, we were connected, and so I cannot talk about the Swedish dating side
Mm,
system. But I
mm,
can only talk about the Greek. I
okay.
think the Greek dating system, it's like somehow like Kenyans,
Okay.
because when first of all, men are the ones who are asking for the date first.
Mm,
And the moment the man asks for a date, they cut it for everything.
mm.
You just show up. Of course, you have your money as a woman, but they feel more as a man if they take care of the bill.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's in Greece, which is more like Kenya, per se.
I think, yeah, maybe it's just culture that Norwegian women want to. Norway, generally, they want to people to be equal,
Mhm.
and people are both working and they are getting nicely paid. So I think they see it like, if I have my money and you also have your money, why do you have to pay for me when I can also pay because I have money?
Mm-hmm.
So it can be like they're like on the same level where nobody wants to burden the other one too much, and also it's quite expensive. If you go to a restaurant, two of you've eaten, you have ordered for drinks, the bill, if it's two, it's quite high. So I think that is why most will want separate bill. And also girl power here, the girls have been really motivated that they can do it. They don't need a man to do this. They can
Mm-hmm.
pay their own stuff, so they people do not depend on anybody. You can even go out as a family with your father, mother, uncles, and everybody pays for their own bill. It's different from like in Kenya. If I say let's go out, I invite the whole family, I will take care of the bill. Here I can say let's go out and everybody pays for their own bill.
That's something that I learned as well the other day because I'm taking a Swedish class at Sophie.
Mm.
Gabriel, where are you? Where are you located? Can you tell us where you are? Are you watching from Kenya or somewhere around?
Gabriel is watching from Qatar.
Qatar.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. All the way. That's far.
Mm, that's
So
far.
we learned that Swedish women, they want equality, and
Mm,
through the idea of equality, they don't want men to do things for them.
mhm.
And I grew up in Kenya, and then I went to Greece, and I'm like, mm-mm, mm-mm. I have to be a woman, and I'm not
Eh,
gonna. There are some things that I want to be done for.
you want to be taken care of. You want to feel like
Exactly.
somebody needs you,
Yes,
somebody
yes.
loves you.
Absolutely. And I feel like if I have to compete with a man, the
Mm,
romance disappears.
it does. It does disappear.
It disappears. So you kind of feel like all the time you're on a tug of war. Who does it better? Who needs to do
Mm-hmm.
it? But
Mm-hmm.
if you just say, okay, you know what? He offers to take me to that restaurant. It's expensive. I'm not gonna question. I'm not gonna ask. I'm gonna just dress up,
Mm-hmm.
go and eat my meal, and
Mm-hmm.
come home. We are not gonna fight about it. So what
Yeah,
can you say?
that is like different culture.
It is a
So
different
we are from culture where women want to be nurtured and
culture.
loved and shown that they are loved, and that is through the male taking care of them. Like, oh,
Hmm.
I appreciate you. Come to lunch with me. Come on a date with me, and then they are paying. Even though I'm also working, I have my own money, but I feel more loved when my partner is doing all this stuff.
Absolutely, absolutely. And equality can apply in some other areas.
Yeah.
It's just that's what I think. Okay. So
Mm.
the other one that we will discuss is overcoming challenges. What are the common misunderstanding experts or people moving to a different country face when
Mm.
dating locals? What is the misunderstanding? Like, for example, here in Sweden, you find that men go to the kitchen without being asked. It's
Mm.
okay, it's fine.
Mm.
In Greece, it's so because
Okay, in
you can
Greece, the
find,
men also.
yes,
Okay.
a lot of Greek men live with their mothers.
Okay. They are still like Italians
Yes, they live with their
mostly.
mothers, and Greek mothers are they never want their sons to do anything.
They spoil their sons.
They spoil their sons. So you having a relationship with a mama's boy, it's a bit
Mm.
difficult.
Oh.
And then imagine you come from Kenya where you're like, well, hold on a second. My brothers don't meander around my mom at 40, at late 30. They have that distance, they have that kind of, but it's something that people, when I come from Kenya, I expect that the same behavior of men. Let's say when I went to Greece, and then I started being like, you are what?
Yeah.
35. You're living with who? Your mother.
Uh,
In the
yeah.
same what? Apart. No. So it's kind of that's one of the things that as a person moving from Kenya to Greece, I was
Uh,
very shocked. I,
yeah.
I didn't have an idea that a
Yeah.
man that age can live with their parents in the same house.
I have heard that is common in Italy as well, but that is not common in Norway.
No, no, even in Sweden, I think in
Yeah.
Sweden they start to move out at 19.
Oh, they move out so quickly. It's like they're rushing to get out.
They want the
They
freedom.
immediately they go to Vidrego in the school.
Hmm.
Some they choose to live in Hibel.
Yeah,
Once they start living in Hibel, they just go and go and go even
and go,
further.
and that's how they go and go and go. But no, it's not in Greece. In
Mm,
Greece, you find a 50-year-old man,
mm.
and I'm talking about 50, not
Still
even,
living with the parents.
yes, and they still come home and ask their mom, what's for lunch? I see, and it's, 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 it's such a different cultures and different experience, and their mom don't even get tired of them.
Oh,
They
okay.
don't even
So,
feel it. They're like, okay,
mm.
they will be like, my baby, oh yeah, I
And
made lunch for
are
you.
they married while they're doing all this as well? Are
Sorry,
they married? Like have a
they are
family?
married. They are
Oh,
married. They are
mm.
married. That is
Can like a man live with his wife and children in the same house with their parents?
sometimes if it's one parent, they can live in the same house with the same parent.
Oh, okay.
And usually it's like their mother lives, they live in the same apartment.
Mm.
So one lives up and one lives down. So you just
Okay.
go up and down. It's just you are in the same building.
So if you're a woman, if you're married to the whole family.
Absolutely. And
Oh, okay.
it's that is one pain in the head.
Yeah,
I I
because you have to accept everything, even though probably you will be not in agreement all the time.
not in agreement all the time, and it's very difficult for black women.
It is.
It's
I
twice as
can't
hard
imagine.
for black women because
Hmm.
you will never be good enough.
No.
Not even, or no matter how you try, because if the person you're married to still
Mm,
believes that their mom is the best by just
mm,
living closer to their mom, then
mm.
it means that they don't value your privacy, your emotional um, security.
Wow, that
So
must be tough
it is
for
tough.
people coming from different culture.
It is tough. And if
Mm,
you come from a culture where you know that, okay, you break a tie between you
mm.
and your mom when you hit puberty and you grow up as a man, then you're
Yeah.
coming to a culture where you have that doesn't, breaking a tie doesn't exist. They still have the tie
So
until diagnosed.
how is relationship between mother-in-law and daughter-in-law there?
It's okay. If it's a Greek and a Greek, it's okay.
Mm.
Somehow
Okay.
it's smooth.
Mm.
But if it's a Greek and a foreigner, there's
Outside.
a little bit of a rough road.
Okay.
Yeah, because their culture clashes, and
Mm,
probably they expected their son to have someone different from you, and you have
mm.
to prove yourself that you are worth their son. So you're not only doing the best to your husband or your partner, but you're also proving that you are good
That
for
is so
others.
much. That is so
So
much for someone.
it is a lot. And I know that a lot of African women, they go through a
Mm.
lot when they are
Okay.
married to Greeks. Yes.
Wow, that is not good to hear.
It's hard. It's hard to be part of a Greek family if you are from a
Mm,
different culture completely.
mm,
Yeah. So yeah. Now, one thing I want to ask: what is your advice to someone who would love to relocate to Norway, especially for work?
like, do they have the work or they are going to find the work here?
Uh, some of them don't, some of them probably. Let's talk about the person who doesn't have a job yet, but they want to be in
Okay.
Norway to look for work. Yeah.
Then, number one thing is apply to language school immediately you get in here, because in Norway they won't employ you without language. It doesn't matter where you want to work,
Mm-hmm.
unless you are brought by international firms, then they normally speak English.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are coming here to find for the job yourself, then you have to learn the language. And also, they do not recognize our education from third world countries so much here.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
if you have never been to university,
Mm-hmm.
your college of 2 years in Kenya will not be recognized here. It
Mm-hmm.
means you are going to start to vidrego, and you can take like a course, or you can do the 3 years of vidrego, and that
Mm-hmm.
is upper high school
Mm-hmm.
for you to go to university.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
So.
if you have been to university, there is an organization that is called Nokut, where you have to send your certificates to, so they can confirm if you can use them in Norway or not.
Mm-hmm. So you
Yeah,
validate
because
your credit, your your results.
yeah, credentials, and this you have to start from Kenya as well. You must legalize them. You go from the Office of Foreign Affairs back in Kenya. They will check where you studied. Those are your real grades and your real certificates. Then they will stamp them and write a letter, and then you will take them to Embassy of Norway, and there they will make sure they follow up as well. Then they will stamp them. Then you can travel with them to Norway. Then you will send them to Nokut through online, and it takes time. There were so many people that I knew from many years ago. They said it took a whole year to wait for the result. Norway, things are so slow. Things are very, very slow here. They are not in a hurry to move anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So some people even decided to go back to high school because waiting time was taking too long, and they wanted to proceed with something else.
Okay.
So
Okay.
immediately you come here, you send your papers while you are waiting, learn the language, and for you to go to university, you must have B2 in Norwegian language in all four parts. That is oral, speaking, writing, all of it, comprehension. You have to have B2, and that getting that B2 is really difficult. So
Mm.
most people, even who have been to university back in Kenya, it takes them. They Most people stopped at B1, or you have to even start working and get to talk a lot of learn, read for you to get B2, and then now you can apply for a university, and now you are competing for a space with the Norwegian children, Norwegian youths, because they compete for a space. They put a number out they want for the year, and if the youths were so many who have selected that course, and you're also among them, they will give the chance to the ones who studied in Norway, the high school
Right.
here.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
also, if you're looking for a job, look for a realistic job. There are jobs that it will not be easy for you to get as a foreigner. Yeah,
I
so
get
look for
you.
realistic jobs that you are going to look for take courses that is going to help you come to job market quickly.
And this is something that if you, let's say, for example, in Sweden, I know that if you're a software engineer and you don't speak Swedish, then you can
Mm,
get the job.
mm,
If you are software developer or a game
mm,
developer, you can get jobs without learning Swedish, for example.
mm,
And when we talk about the language, because a lot of people underestimate the language once
mm.
they get the job,
They do, they do.
what would you tell someone? Is it like, for me, I really value the language, and I think if you're moving to another country that it doesn't speak your language, try to learn.
Yeah.
What's the mistake that people do? What's the attitude that they have? What makes people not to indulge into language and study and being able to talk? Do you have some people you've met, Kenyans you've met, that do not speak the language and they're there for many years?
Not actually in Norway, but in Sweden, I encountered people who moved many, like 20, 30 years ago. And
Mm-hmm.
it's the culture we have back at home of black tax. So when
Mm-hmm.
people move here, what they have interest is to work. People want immediately to start working. So
Mm-hmm.
yes, if you move in a city, big cities like especially in Sweden, they won't ask you about language, like working in a hotel as a housekeeper. You are cleaning the beds, you are changing beds and floor. The room doesn't talk, so you don't need any language to do that job.
Mm-hmm.
And supplying stuff and where store, working in the supermarket, mostly if you're filling the shelves, you don't need the language. So most people this came, and because they had so much burden back at home, they decide to go to these unskilled jobs, and then they spend so much time there that they forget they were supposed to learn the language first. So once they have been there for so many years, their backs are hurting. Now they start regretting. Now they see these young people who have moved here so quickly. Within 5 years they did language, they went to university, or they have done a course, and now they're working and they're so happy. So they start regretting. There was a lady I met who came here, and she really regretted. She told me, Judy, you have a nice opportunity. If you have an opportunity to go and study, please do not miss that opportunity, because I wish I was that. I
Mm-hmm.
wasted my young years doing jobs that I did not like because I was supporting people back at home. Now here I am in my 50s and I have nothing. I don't even have certificates for the language, you
Mm.
know.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah. And those many years when they came back, getting citizenship was so easy. There were no requirements like now, like you must have language, all this stuff. Those many years, you just have to live here for 3 years and you apply for stuff. But now there are so many rules, things have changed.
A
So
lot,
if
a lot. Mm-hmm.
so if you're moving here, start with the language. If you are decided you are living in Sweden or you are staying in Norway, learn the language and then check on courses you like, and also check on the job market with this course, and get that course, because here in Norway they also have two different salaries. They have ufaglet and faglet. Ufaglet is unprofessional and professional.
Mm-hmm.
So you can work in the same place doing same job, but you have different salary with your colleague, but you're
Trainers.
doing the same thing.
Mm.
So because they want people to be professional in that field you are working at. So your
I,
salary is going to be lower always. And even if it's increasing with just so little. But somebody who has gone and gotten FAGBREV, the certificates, their salary will always increase, and their salary is very good.
mm-hmm.
So that is one thing that I will tell somebody: to start with the language and then get to course. And if you want to go to university, get the required documents and then proceed. Also, school is free. So if you have the opportunity, if you're in your 20s, 30s, you still can make it.
Yeah. There's one of
Mhm.
your videos you told everybody that they can make it as long as they actually focus. And I agree with you. It's all about mindset. It's all about
Mindset, yeah.
willing to change. You have to
Mhm.
adjust to the environment where you are.
Mhm.
Otherwise, you will not be able to make it.
Yeah.
So the last one that we're going to be talking about, and I really, if you're watching and you are my subscriber, just make sure you go to Judy and check on Adventures of Judy. Make sure you subscribe, comment, watch her videos. She has a lot of nice and encouraging videos. You need to watch
Thank
that.
you. Mm.
Yes. So the advice you will give to someone who wants to relocate for love.
Someone who wants to relocate for love, first of all, make sure you know this man's history. Also, make sure you know their mental health. At least check on how they react when they're hungry.
Mm-hmm.
When they're angry, like they get mad. Do they like cussing? Do they like to throw stuff? Do they switch off? Because that is when you know the person you are married to. Are
Yeah.
they controlling?
Hmm.
Do they want to know what's going on with your phone? Do they limit you how to talk? Do they get mad at you? Because then you are getting married to a psycho, and your life can be ended so quickly. Do not do not assume these signs. Do not assume these signs. We have moved so far away to die in a cold world when you came here for greener pasture. So if you see
Absolutely.
somebody with too much reaction when they are mad, just say no. You will get somebody who is meant for you. Also, when you come here, get to know the family because they are going to be your family. Do not just say no, me I do not want in-laws around me because there are no friends here. My in-laws are my family. For me, my mother-in-law is a second mother to my children. I love her so much
Hmm.
because I cannot imagine living here without her, without my father-in-law, without the uncles. They
Yeah.
have really helped me. They have done a lot to me. So get to know the in-laws, get to know them and be close to them. They are now your family. And the next thing, be open minded. Do not have too much expectation. Being married to an outsider like Caucasian doesn't mean you are now rich. You are not. People are working here. Money doesn't grow anywhere here. People have put a lot of work and they are paying bills. So do not come with too much expectation. Maybe if you are at home, they were sending you money. They were sending you because you are at home. If you move here, do not expect that your husband will give you money. They do not give people money. Am I lying?
You're absolutely right. To add on that, and sorry to interrupt, is that people think that when they see you with a white person, then you don't tend to get out and go work. It's like you're living with any other man. They also
Yeah,
need help,
yeah.
support at home, especially if you have kids. It's even two times harder
Mhm.
for that man to just take care of everybody. So
Yeah.
it's about, and also one other thing I would say for those who want to relocate, both for love or for work or for just general relocation, because maybe you want to start a business
Mm-hmm.
in a different country.
Mm-hmm.
Check the country, learn the culture, learn the language. Start from home before you pay for that visa. Just
And
start.
now everything is on Google. You just click and you get all the information you need.
Yes,
Mm,
absolutely. And I
mm,
talk a lot on my channel. I talk a lot about this and what to do and what you can actually learn. So
mm.
language is important.
Very.
You get to feel the country before you step in. And
Mm.
those who wants to relocate for love, I think you should visit first.
Mm. Also, the last one I will like to tell them, if you are moving here and you are planning to have children or you have your own children, learn how to raise children here. It's totally different from how you are raised back at home. In
Yes.
Norway, it's so easy to take your child away from you. It's so easy. It's like ABCD
Yep.
because they have the money to take care of your child. They have resources, so it's not difficult. So learn how to the rules. It's not allowed here to physically or emotionally abuse your child or anything like that.
Which is
So
good
you,
actually.
yeah,
Which is
people
good.
should learn the everything. You can even ask around, even at school, ask the teachers. They are so friendly and open. Do not be afraid.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Now, those are the topics that I wanted to discuss with you. Thank you so much.
it was so nice. We can do this next week again.
We can do this again and again. Of course, we will do it again and
Yeah.
again and again.
Uh,
So I will say thank you. I
thank you
appreciate your
too.
time and
Uh,
your emotion that you've put through this information for
mhm,
someone to learn out there.
mm,
And reach out to Judy's channel, subscribe to her
mm,
channel, watch her
mm,
videos, leave a
mm.
comment, support. That's the only support you give these ladies, actually.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
free. It's just subscribe, watch the
Like,
video.
comment, subscribe, follow
Exactly.
up with us.
Exactly. That's all you
Yeah.
do. Judy, I will say thank you. Tack,
Thank you
tack så
too, Joyce.
mycket för
Tack
idag.
så mycket.
Vi ses snart.
Ja, tusen tack.